Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here, greetings boys and girls, and welcome to this. It is 7:11 a.m. It is Saturday, the 29th of April, and I'm laughing right now because this is the third time I've had to do this. I keep going on and then suddenly stopping and going, and then realizing I'm just being a fool, and so now I'm starting again. I mean, first time, of course, I realized I was being a fool when I smeared peanut butter on my face and started making owl noises. So, but the second time wasn't quite so blatant. I couldn't quite tell as easily. And I'm lying when I say that. I didn't smear peanut butter and like, woo! It was nothing like that. It was just, I just thought I'd make it sound funnier than it actually was when it was just nothing at all. I just didn't feel good about things. However, I do want to say that I have sleeping hamsters in tiny hamster cages. I feel bad that their cages are too small. I'm going to be replacing them with bin cages, kind of like I used to have, but so I need to get bins back. I had bins for some of them, and then I thought, gosh, you know, the bins aren't good. I should get them cages and replace them with cages. Now, of course, I realized, well, not now, I mean, I've known this for a little while, that the cages that I replaced the bins with, I should have kept the bins. So I'm going to be replacing the new cages that I used to have bins for with bins that they'll have bin cages back. Thumbs up on that. It'll be a good thing. This is going to take time. Time. Sort of using that one as a segue into this. Yes, I used to play this role-playing game all the time. This is in really beat-up bad shape. It's got like smears and dirt on it and stuff. This is a great role-playing game. It's one of the very, very best, and they don't even make it anymore. It was Mayfair Games, and Mayfair Games died as a company quite some time ago. And it's a goofy system, but it's excellent. So if you're into superhero role-playing, this just happened. I discovered it again in my storage unit I was at the other day. So I dragged it out to take a look at it, and nostalgia is fun. As long as you don't just spend your entire life indulging and engaging in it. It's fun. Down here, though, I just wanted to, let's see, who do I have? Oh. Well, I have the same little person that I've shown many, many times. Little Squeak Jr. with bedding stuck to her. Who's trying to drink back there? Oh, Bobo. Bobo keeps knocking his water bottle sideways, and it's hard for him to drink. You can see him over there. It's still, the water comes out of it when he knocks it sideways, and so he can still drink. It's just, it's a little louder. You can hear him drinking over there now. I'm going to possibly adjust that for him. Make it easier. Here, little guy. Why stand up when I've got wheels? Here, little guy. There, that should be easier. And then here I come back with Little Squeak. Little Squeak Jr., aka Fatty Grubs. Now, this is how I check to see if I'm... poor little thing. Check to see if I'm more centered. Oh, like, there we go. She's like upside down in my hand going, what's happening? She is so cute. And she is just an absolute sweetheart. I mean, I talk about that and I say she is, but it's so true. I took her downstairs and just had her on my hand and was like this. And she just snuggled down into my hand, closed her eyes, and went to sleep. And she just slept in my hand for like a half hour before I had to get up and move. And it was really, really... Oh, I was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I started recording. So now she was trying to eat my fingers because it tasted like peanut butter. They don't mind eating meat, though. They are meat eaters. Bobo! I'm going to put her away. Okay. What is it with your water bottle, little guy? Is that helping? Here we go. Holy smokes. That was loud. I squished the bottle a little bit to help get some water out there a little easier so he doesn't have to keep snarping on it like he is, but you are check for centering. But, well, now it's being loud again. I don't know what he's done. He must have, like, not drank for days, and now he's making up for it like he's a camel. Do camels do that? I have no idea. Suddenly I was just, it's like, I remember that thing. It's like, oh, camels store water in their hump, but they don't store water in their hump, do they? That's something from my childhood. That has to be suspect. That can't be real. Is that real? No, I mean, not like a tank or anything. It must be like fat that absorbs fluid. I don't know. I have no idea. No ideas. I'm not a camel. I'm a dromedary. What's the other word? There's two types. There's a dromedary and... Is it just a dromedary and a camel? I have no ideas. I've lost my mind on that one. I've lost my mind entirely from what I wanted to say because of all of my hamsters making so much noise in the background. My sincere apologies on that. What did I want to talk about? Well, part of it was the role-playing game. I had done that. Part of it, I was reading earlier about how this poor guy has early onset Alzheimer's. He's in his 30s. That's very, very bad. If you get Alzheimer's when you're older, 50, 60, 70, it's bad, but it's going to take about 5-10 years before it does its trick and kills you. Bad, but in fact, in some ways, possibly really bad because, you know, you drag out so long and it hurts everybody so much. I just cannot get centered. There we are. But early onset Alzheimer's you get when, like, you're in your 30s. And that's bad because when that happens, it's about 1.5 years and you're gone. So there's this poor guy in his 30s who's got early onset Alzheimer's, and he knows it. He says, yeah, we're approaching the time I'm going to be forgetting stuff that happens yesterday. And it's like, oh man, I mean, I live with fibro and forgetting and short-term memory loss and all that, and it's bad, but I'm not going to die in 1.5 years because of it. This poor guy, man. Let's see if I can remember one of my quick Air Force things that happened. One of the things that we used to do when I was over in Germany, we had, they try to say this in a way that's not going to explode my own brain. There was one of the main roads that went through the air base in Germany, Zembach Air Base. And on either side of that building were dorms. Not building. On the other side of that road were dorms. But the thing about the dorms is they weren't just dorms. They would also, some of them were just dorms. Some of them had places that the military worked on the bottom and then dorms up above. And some were just full places that you did work. Well, we all liked computers. The people that I hung around with, we all had Commodore 64s. We all drank, you know, so we would get beer. This one guy would occasionally have a night shift, and he worked in communications. And because it was night, not a lot of people showed up. Well, we'd drag our Commodore 64s and TVs in, and he'd be sitting there doing his job and playing on his computer, and we'd have our computers there. And one time the commander of his job came in, and he wasn't pissed, but we didn't do it quite so frequently after that. And drinking, oh my gosh. I was getting really bad during my time over in Germany on New Year's Eve. That's the word for it, New Year's Eve. I drank a ton, of course. And I had a whole case of beer bottles that I wanted to take outside to put into the trash because I had a case of beer bottles. I was very, very drunk. And I lived on the second floor. I made a lot of noise in taking those bottles out because I kept dropping the bottles. And then I kept falling on top of the bottles. and then picking the bottles up and then dropping them and then falling on them. I'm lucky I didn't die that day, but it was pretty horrific. I was used to hangovers. Used to hangovers a lot while I was in the military. And I think everybody is, especially. I mean, you pick up 3 habits in the military: drinking, smoking, and swearing. And I didn't pick up smoking, but I really picked up on the swearing and really tripled down on the drinking. So, yay. I was just re-watching something that I'd done yesterday, and I was talking about how during my military time, I was saying I was drinking toward the end of it. I was just sitting in my room and playing Commodore 64 games. True, but what I would do is I would buy a bottle of 151 proof alcohol on a Friday. Bonk. And then over the weekend, I would just drink that with tap water and play Bard's Tale. At the time, I was playing Bard's Tale by Interplay on my Commodore 64, and I did that, and I would just do that over a weekend. Just sit there drinking and playing computer games. Sometimes going through 2 bottles. I was a very, and always was, a very quiet drunk. I would just stay home and do the things that I enjoyed while being drunk, instead of going out and being boisterous and such, because I've always been an introvert. I don't like going out into groups, even though I have gone to science fiction conventions in the past. I went to a Worldcon in 1986 in Atlanta. That was very cool. A whole weekend there, thousands of people. It was awesome. Look up Worldcon. Bloody dentures. I went to the denturist 2 days ago, and they had a surprise inspection going on, and so they had to reschedule me, and so these things are flopping around horribly loose. And it's terrible, and my sincere apologies. So what I'm going to do, hopefully without bonking the dentures around in my face too much, is I'm going to the community tab on the Creator Studio. If you have a YouTube account, you have one of those too. And there is comments, and I am going down and hitting show more because I'm opening up 24 hours worth of comments. Why am I doing that? Well, I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 kind commenters. I like to show human contact, human recognition, just by giving shout outs to people. And I am so intensely grateful for every comment that I want to thank you for it. You get me out of my head and into the real world. I've got horrible depression, bipolar disorder, and if I don't get out of this headspace, it gets really, really bad. And you people pull me out of there, keep me grounded in the real world. Thank you so very, very much. Now, I'm not reading the comments yet. After I do this, I'm going to read the comments, thumbs up everything I read, answer as many as I can. But I'm just thanking people for leaving comments. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. Just thanking you for leaving a comment. And a range of 20 to 25 because I don't just like 1 or 2 things. I want to thank you. But it's a range because with my fibro, I'm not even sure that I do a full thing. I'm pretty sure I count like 1, 3, 8, 9, 12. But I try. And if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I do my best, but I'm terrible at names. If I did know how my own last name was pronounced, I would know how to pronounce my own last name. And my last name is German. It's pronounced exactly the way it's spelled. It's easy. So again, no disrespect is intended. And if you want a guaranteed shout out, semi-guaranteed, because I got to catch it, and I have not seen any when I was going through, but if you'd like a shout out, just ask for it, and if I catch it, you've got it. So, CB Star Destroyer, thank you so very, very much. And Adria Battle Mora, thank you so very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And then there is the Horror Files, thank you. Now, the more comments you leave, the more likely I am to click on your name, and with my eyes, don't click, click, click as you go through the list. Obviously. So, if you want a passive shout out, just comment a lot. Thank you very, very much. And then there is Beast Mode 5. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And Joyful. That's a cool name. Thank you very, very much. And then Your Grandma. Thank you. Angelica Gonzalez. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And Jeremy Peters. Thank you very, very much. Lord Elephant. Very cool. And then there is a floor with a little heart symbol after it. Thank you very, very much. And then Gabriel Packness Lots. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. X Vovolicious X. Thank you very, very much. Movie Metal. Greatly appreciated. And Jesse Curl. Thank you very, very much. And then Mats Hansen. Greatly appreciated. Duo Bayota. Thank you. And greatly appreciated. I don't know how to really say thank you, it's greatly appreciated in different ways. And so it sounds very repetitious, but it's no less heartfelt. And then there is Half-Life, open parentheses, Jur, close parentheses. And Musli, thank you very, very much. And then there is Mika Mog 5, thank you very, very much, greatly appreciated. Adwiki JXKSSK, thank you. And Hackerman, thank you very, very much. J-Rock Vampire, thank you very much, greatly appreciated. And Nina9, thank you, greatly appreciated. And then Symphonic Cloud, thank you very much for the comments. It is greatly appreciated, honestly. And then last but not least, Shatter67, thank you very, very much. 25 people, hopefully, that I just thanked there. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated each and every one of you. I like to give shout outs to show my appreciation and not make it a contest. I mean, in a way it is a contest because you're the random winners out of the huge pool, just 25 of you, instead of going, it's a direct contest, leave comments and I'll choose this and then we'll have a pool. And it's still a contest, just a simpler one. What I also want to do, because I really like to do this one, is do my greetings in everybody's, not everybody's, there's still like 3,000 languages on the planet, but almost everybody's home languages. If you like a greeting in your language, if you could just tell me how to say hello and good morning down there, that would be awesome. So, Bom Dia, Dia Dit, Dia Gwit, Guten Tag, Buenos Dias, Buna de Manata, Ohio, Labrit, Labas Ritas, Kamusta, Bongiorno, Terra Homicos, Yoragelt, Bari Luz, Ni Hao, Kalimera, Bonjour, Matenva, Bareda, Bokertov, Ahanyo Aseo, Mesa Olheli, Jean Dobry, or less formally, Chest, Labdien, Dobre Utro, Dobre Rano, Privyet, Merhaba, Gomorgan, God Morgan, and of course go forth and have the crack. Good food, good drink, with good friends. A definite thumbs up. Doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. Doesn't have to be crack cocaine. Doesn't have to be a crack whore spreading her thighs for you. No, good drink, good food, good friends. Thumbs up. Wow, I am at 18 minutes and change and I still haven't said anything, but you know what? The day is about doing my vlogging like this is about processing, and I process things by talking. If I can't talk, I can't process, and if I can't process, I'm lost. So thank you for watching while I process so I can do the day. It is a very good thing, and I do appreciate that very, very much. It is a definite thumbs up. If you could check some of my links down below, that would be awesome. You just click show more and boom, they open right up. There's a whole bunch of links from GoFundMe to Patreon.com, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. There's even my resurrected blog, of which I have been writing almost daily and starting to write a lot more, so check that out. And if you could toss me a like, that would be awesome. I do appreciate all the positive validation I can get from my existence. I mean, all of us do, really. Very, very few of us thrive on abuse or neglect or indifference. So thank you very, very much. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be really, really cool. But only if you're down with it, of course, because pity subscriptions, not needed, not wanted. They don't help me. They don't help you. They don't help anybody. But if you are down with it, then hey, glad to have you a subscriber. Hope to keep you forever and ever and ever. Along with all the others down in the basement, wrapped in plastic, in the dark. Hopefully that sounded creepy and not stupid. I am at 19 minutes and 30 seconds. I like to keep these under 20 minutes. So thank you very much. I am salivating like mad around these bloody dentures. I'm very, very sorry. It's like popping pebbles into your mouth. You salivate around them, except these are dentures. They're huge plastic pebbles that I'm salivating around. I'm spraying saliva everywhere. I hate these things. They just don't fit. Life has sucked since my teeth went bad. But still, you have a very good day, and I will see you on the flip side. And that's a very good thing.